wide, Delta Mike 06. Frequency yet, K6USY, Delta Mike 06.
guys. K6MYC Bozo, 2 meters, Sunday night.
Kilo 6 Victor Bravo Golf 971.
Good evening, 971. How are you doing, Dave? Let's see. I was going to ask you a question. What the hell was it? Well, it may come to me. It's not important, apparently. You're sounding very strong this evening. Good evening, and K6VBG, K6MYC, Bozo Net.
Golf 6, Charlie Echo Fox, 982.
K6USY.
I got you, Daryl. 1079, 1100. We got 982, and we got 971 so far. We're sounding good here. And Judy's taking notes like a maniac here.
KM6SR, number 432.
Hey, Rob, how are you? How was the meeting the other night? How was your dinner with Dave and LOL and all?
Oh, that was good. That was good. Yeah, we had Jim and Ken and, oh, shoot, I'm drawing a blank on his wife's name. Gwen and Aaron and Marcus and Candy and I.
Very good. Candy was there, huh?
Yeah, she decided to go. I guess she was kind of bored in the night, so anyway.
Oh, very good. Very good. Well, we just had too many little loose ends here, and Tracy was still here, and yada, yada, so decided it was just going to be too cluttered for us here. Anyway, glad you had fun. We'll try to make the next one. And let's see. I'm chopping wood. I cut up a whole bunch of that wood. The wood pile was up at the front of the house on the hill by the pine tree. I went through that and split that, and I went up there today and cut another wagon load full. So I'm probably going to split that tomorrow, or the next day, I've got probably 2 more loads. The logs that are up there that are left are pretty long. Each one of them is about 10 feet long. They're kind of buried in the dirt. I'm going to have to grab a hold of them with an ATV and drag them out so I can move them and get underneath one end of them, get them up off the ground a little bit. Anyway, that's what I've been doing. Really fun stuff. Over.
Well, it keeps you out of the bars, as they say. Haha.
Keeps me out of the bar. Yeah, it's the bar.
Yeah, the drinking bars. Over.
Yes, bars. Well, I meant bar meaning barn. Keeps me out of the barn, too. So most of the time, anyway. We came out this evening. I had the lights on out here, and I put food out for Abby. Abby hasn't shown up for the last couple of days, but we had Bad Boy, or one of his kids were here eating. So we had a skunk here eating dinner. Anyway, it's awful quiet here. I thought we'd have some more in here. I'm beaming south looking for KB6RQU. KB6 Radio Queen United Old Bozo 61.
KK6 ZKE 704.
Hey, Terry, good evening. KB6 KE6 ZKE K6MYC. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Mike and Judy. Just listening in and staying warm inside here.
Good idea. Stay warm. Speaking of staying warm, Daryl, are you up on the hill there? It was nice to have you on 432 for the first time, I think, the other night. Daryl, over.
Oh, we're just, yeah, it's getting cold up here.
Well, it's getting cold everywhere. It's nippy out here tonight, I'll tell you, compared to our nice toasty indoors where I've had the fire going all day and keeping the house kind of gently warmed. So it was kind of a shock to come out, but we're sort of dressed for it, and we've got the heater on by our feet here. So we're going to hang in there for at least an hour.
You know, you can take that air conditioner you guys were using and just turn it around, use it like a heat pump, and let the hot air from the back end blow on you.
What do we do with the cold air?
Point it out the door.
Yeah, I don't want to leave the door open.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know. That's a good question. We might try it.
No, you're right. I thought about using them, but I have a separate little heater which we've got down next to our feet here, which is doing okay. It's probably going to put out as much heat without making any cold. They are generally heaters are just heaters. Air conditioners are whichever way you point them over.
Exactly, yeah. That's why although that's not by definition a heat pump. I think a heat pump works different, but I'm not sure.
Now you're out of my league when it comes to air conditioning. That's above my pay grade.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, who else do we have? KB6RQU. How about N6SWR out of the blue? Looks like Ben's torn his station down or something. He hasn't come in now for a couple of months. I'm not sure whether I should keep trying to get him in here or not. I don't know whether he's listening or what, but anyway. I don't know if both of those guys seem to be a bit frustrated with the LA guys. And us.
That's true. Ben said definitely he was quitting, so I don't know.
No, that's too bad. He doesn't have a very good setup there wherever he's located. He has trouble getting out even on 432. He does okay on 2, but based on his 432 signal, he's really in a heavy and dense area there. Anyway, I wish we could get some more down out of that area.
Yep, he had a house kind of in his way a little bit. He had a little bit of an amplifier on 2 meters and not on 432. Anyway, I got a text from Aaron. He's heading back to his home QTH, but he's monitoring. Over.
This is Aaron, K6USY?
Yep, QSL, KM6SR.
Okay, where was he?
I think he was over at Ken's. They were doing some work on his new transverter that he had some fun with. Over.
Oh, did it give him some trouble?
I'll let him tell you.
Oh. I don't want to wait for it.
What do you mean, wait for it? To know what he was doing?
Yeah, what was wrong with it?
Well, he overdrove it, I think, and fried a few things.
Oh, I thought he had it set up so driving with a 705 at 5 watts, he can't overdrive anything.
Well, I'm not sure how he was setting it up, but that's, I guess, what Ken was saying. And I did a radio check on the 222 band, and everything seemed to be good now. Over.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's good. Maybe they got it fixed, and probably it has a big attenuator pad on the input. I've overdriven mine several times, and I've never damaged it. It just goes into a shutdown. Sometimes it overdrives the amp, and then the amp shuts down. And I've even had my power supply kick out because it drew so much current, but never damaged anything inside the transverter. Okay, well, enough of that. Let's see. Who else do we have in the San Joaquin Valley or anywhere within the sound of my voice? K6MYC 2-meter Bozo Net. For heaven's sakes. I think it'll probably be several months before we ever hear N6BYH again. He'll never get out of LA. Well, I guess we could go over and see if we can get QUI on. I'm going over to 211 degrees, 211, aiming toward a Tascadero, where it's not burning yet, and I say yet. There'll be a 6QUI. Maybe he's evacuated already, K6MYC. Oh boy, nobody there either. N6EIV, KN6 Echo India Victor. How about you, Eric? Nothing from Eric. KB6WRW, Bill. I know know Bill's call better than he knows it. I bet you I say it more often than he does. Oh, we're bombing here tonight. Let's go to Santa Cruz. Okay, let's try the Bay Area and Santa Cruz. Anybody copy me anywhere? KW6S or Bay Area, K6MYC?
K6KLY.
Hey, Russ, how are you? Long time no hear. Happy New Year. I think we did that just after the New Year, but won't hurt to do it again. How are you doing up there? How are you doing up there, Russ?
Oh, I didn't know you were turning it back to me. I heard 3 other guys calling you. Okay, doing fine, just checking in up here. And just made my reservations for going to Ohio for the big shindig in May. I don't know if you're going to be sending Robert or somebody out there to represent you guys, but I'll be there. K6KLY.
Okay, very good. Well, somebody's going. At least 2 go. It's better to have 2 people there to set the booth up and have a break for somebody. I'm not sure I'm going to go, but that's yet to be discussed. Anyway, good evening to you. I did not hear the other 3, but you're bodacious in here, so let me see if I can hear anybody else that wants to...
Judy wants to know about Willie. Judy wants to know about Willie.
Oh, Willie's doing just fine. Still with us. No problems at all. And are you guys going to be running this net on Saturday night next weekend in the contest? Over.
Well, we don't run the net on Saturday night, but we do I do get on Saturday night. I get on 222 at 7:30 for a half hour or so. Then we do 4:32, and then we do 1296, about 8:45. Over.
Yeah, Roger. Just want to make sure you're still doing that. We'll see you then, K6KLY.
Yeah, we should start to promote. I've been talking about it and promoting it a little bit, but I will definitely discuss it with a lot of people this week so that they can be ready. We tried to have a few people that were kind of reticent to get on at all. I said, well, just get on. Even if you only make 3 or 4 contacts, that's better than nothing. A lot of guys are new or don't have their full setup or whatever. So we're trying to get everybody motivated at least to get on and work a little bit of the contest. All right. Thanks, Russ. And we'll be talking K6KLY. Who else do we have in the Bay Area? Kilowatt 6 Mike Yankee Charlie.
KB6BA.
Big signal, Oliver. KB6BA 900. And how are you doing? You sound good?
Yeah, I went for a nice hike in a new park, which I hadn't been to before, and with some 3 or 4 other hams who are also microwave operators. So quite chilly, some frost in the morning, but sunny all day, and got back around lunchtime. Over.
Yeah, we probably have frost here. I just don't get out early enough to see it. The roof probably gets frosty. We've been in the mid-30s, so we're about 3 degrees above freezing raw air temperature, but other areas get even cooler, so I know we hit frost when it gets like that. So it's nippy, no doubt about it, and hopefully from here the days start to get longer already. I'm noticing a little longer sunlight in the evening, and we're almost 1 month after solstice, or the shortest day of the year, so we're about 20 out of the 30 days into the new cycle of sun. Anxious to see that warm up a little bit here. KB6BA, and then we'll look for others, K6MYC.
Okay, good to see you in 7 degrees, KB6BA.
Yeah, thank you, Oliver. And just rip snorting signal just like you're in the shack here. Sounds great. Thank you. K6MYC, Bozo Net, over. on, guys? KW6S, AF6 United.
K6MYC, KW6S.
Oh, good evening, Tom. I haven't moved the antenna. We got such good conditions. I'm just going to leave it pointed sort of toward the middle of the Bay Area, and we'll take what we can get with that setting until we get somebody that's really weak in here. We're running really light tonight on check-ins, which is unusual. Last Sunday night we had 42. This week looks like we'll be lucky if we get 30 the way we're going here. Anyway, good evening to you. Take it and tell us what you did over the weekend. And it was pretty nice here all weekend. We've had beautiful sun all day, but it sure gets nippy at night. We're down in the mid-30s. Over.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, it's been quite pleasant here for the most part. A little chilly in the mornings, and but I get out in the afternoon in the garage and work on clearing my workbench off and getting sorting through a few projects to get started on or restarted on. Yeah, not too much else going on here. Looking forward to the contest this coming weekend. Did get my 222 FM rig hooked up because that's always good for a few locals here with their handhelds and mobiles, and so I can usually get a few of those out and try to stir up a little interest, as well as the 2-meter FM stuff as well. Yeah, not too much else. K6MYC, KW6S.
Yeah, it's 223.5, isn't that the FM simplex frequency?
Yeah, and I think it's 446 even for the 440 simplex.
Yeah, okay, well, I don't do either one of them usually, but I could do 220. We always end up a little skimpy on 220. I can go vertical on that band and quite directional with some high power, so it might be interesting to see who we can stir up there. Okay. Wonder if your cohort in Quayman, Watsonville is on there this evening. Alpha Foxtrot 6 United. How about you, Lee? K6MYC. Oh boy, must be still having dinner there or something. AF6 United, over. How about Gilroy, WA6JKN? I wonder if you're around, Devin. Evan? Oh, Kevin. Okay. Anybody else in the Bay Area? K6MYC, Bozo Net. I guess everybody's waiting for somebody else to check in. How about KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie, KG6 KF6 QCH, I should say, K6 VP, KT2G. We haven't heard for a long time. Who am I missing? WB6JNN, WA6AXX, any W6PQL. How about it? I've already been beat out by you're 4-1 against you in course goal. We got 4 check-ins already from course goal guys. What's the matter over there in the Bay Area? Come on. Heard you, Jim. Go ahead. Somebody coughed. Who was that? Anybody hearing anybody? Thanks for the response.
Oh, you're still very loud up here, K6KLY.
Okay. I don't know where everybody is tonight, Russ. Boy, oh boy. WV6JNN, W6PQL, where are you? I'm going to have to come back with late checks and missed, I guess, later. Let me go up to Oakley and see if we can get Ken, see if he's feeling a little better. Okay, here we are toward Oakley. N6RO, N6 Radio Oscar, N6RO, Oakley, N6 Rodeo Oakley, K6MYC. Oh, that's not a good sign. He was not feeling too good the other day.
Good evening, Mike.
Good evening. Go ahead, Dennis. I might as well come up your way. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm waiting here. I'll just let you know if I'll catch you when you get up this way.
I'm pointed at you now. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay. I got some check-ins for you. Boy, it's a little quiet this evening. How are you?
I'm okay. We didn't hear much of the guys in L.A. I heard them, but they never seemed to come up our way. I don't know what happened. Maybe KG6 USS was not the net control tonight, so he wasn't in control of when he could point up this way. Anyway, it's very quiet. We've got very few check-ins tonight, Dennis, so we'll be taking yours 3 at a time. Over.
Yeah, okay. I really wouldn't expect to get a lot of stations out of the LA area with all the fires and everything else going down there. I just kind of worried about all of them people down there, but it's one hell of a deal down there. But anyway, I did not expect to get a whole lot of people down that way. Anyway, pleasure to meet you. Hello, Judy, if you're there. And if you're ready, I'll give you 3 at a time. We got 160 and 336. 782 break.
762-336-160. Go ahead, Dennis.
Correction, that was 782. Now, did I hear it right? 782?
782. Go ahead.
Yeah, 782. 849. 849. 132. 233 break.
Roger. 233, 132, and 849, Rich.
Roger. 1063 and 1064. And let me see, I think, 1101.
Okay, you did good, Dennis. I guess you did a lot better than we did down here. You got more in your check-ins there than we got out of the whole San Joaquin Valley tonight. Dennis is 86.
I didn't go up north toward Redding. It's been a long time since I've been up that direction, and I didn't hear my buddy Rich and him over in Nevada a little bit earlier, so I think he's getting ready to go on a little bit of a vacation. Last time I talked to him, I'm not sure exactly when they're going to take off. But anyway, if you go over there and if they're checking in with you, say howdy doody to them for me, if you would, over.
Yeah, we'll do it. We've been getting pretty poor response from them over there. Larry's got antenna problems. He had a high wind. A lot of antennas got spun around. He's got some equipment problems, and he's got feed line problems on 1296, so he's got problems. Richard should be there. I don't hear him yet, but he may be in there. We did work him on 432 on Thursday with his 8 watts, so he's up there. But, well, we'll see who else we have here. I did not get Bill. I did not hear Bill this morning on 40 meters, so hopefully he's okay. Bill, are you here? KO6KD, K6MYC. I wonder if everybody thought this was the contest weekend and we weren't going to have a net.
You know, I don't know. I don't know why it's exceptionally quiet for some reason. Maybe everybody's just is so cold they're just huddled in next to the fire. I don't know. I have no answers for you, so. Yeah, I do talk to Stan there, K7SUN, there, Journey in the morning on 3950, and I want to get a chance to check in. What frequency on 40 meters are you on in the mornings?
7137, sometimes somewhere between 8:30 and 9 usually, over.
Okay, 7137. Okay, I got that noted down here. Okay, I will get out of the way, and Judy, how is Judy doing? Okay?
Hi, and thank you so much. You have so many check-ins. It's wonderful. Thank you.
Not a problem, Judy. How are you doing? How's your eyeballs doing? Everything?
Just fine. Just fine.
Oh, that's super duper. Are you staying nice and warm down there?
Yes, when I'm inside.
Okay, very good. All righty, well, both of you guys take care. Have a pleasant evening. stay warm. We'll check in with you the next time around. WB6ISO, Bozo 86, over.
Yeah, I guess you had a pretty good visit. Well, it wasn't a long visit, but a good visit with KM6SRR Rob and Marcus QFY. What the hell's Marcus is called, Rob?
QNY.
QNY. I knew I had that wrong. KG6QNY Marcus. I guess they picked up a couple of goodies from you.
Yeah. Very, very nice visit. Very nice gentleman, and really appreciated visiting with him. And they made out pretty good. They got a bunch of stuff down there. Still got a tower here that's going to be available for somebody that wants a nice tower to put up, and a couple other items left, but nothing real big. But I think they did pretty good, over.
Yeah. Okay. And they enjoyed it, although it was a long drive, long day, obviously. All right, let me see. Bill, or KJ6KFB. How about you, Darren? KJ6KFB. Are you there? K6MYC?
Bravo.
I got Bravo. Who is Bravo?
Darren, you tried again. You did double.
Kilo Juliet 6, Kilo Foxtrot Bravo 756.
Okay, we got you. We got you, Darren, KJ6KFB. I'm not pointed quite at you, but you're plenty loud if you're copying me. Okay, I won't move it. I'm sort of centered. Conditions are quite good tonight, so I can keep everybody. I don't have to keep moving the antenna every 2 degrees. Hi. Anyway, you're sounding good. KJ6KFB. Have you heard Bill tonight? K6MYC. Okay, you never can tell about Bill. I guess that's what he said. Okay. KO6KD, he's usually here, though. He's one of the most consistent check-ins on the net. KO6KD, Bill, are you here? K6MYC.
Nothing heard up here that their mic. I don't know where he's at.
Yeah, I don't hear him either. How about KR6MR? How about you, John?
Yeah, good evening, Mike and the net. K6MYC, KR6MR Bozo 759. Doing pretty good tonight, over.
Yeah, doing good here, and you sound like you're feeling a little bit better with the back problem there. KR6MR, K6MYC, not strong, but very steady and very clean, no flutter.
Yeah, that's good. I went back to the urgent care again today because I knew from a little whisper that my primary care physician was on duty. It's the only way I can see him. So I got in. He gave me a shot of tramadol, which did wonders. And we chatted for a while about my issues, and I learned a lot. Go ahead.
Oh, very good. That tramadol, do you shoot that right into the bad area? Is that a painkiller?
Yeah, it's a painkiller. I shot right in the rear end. It's a good painkiller. It just hurt to get the shot.
Okay. I guess there's worse places to take a shot from. All right, good deal, John. I'm glad you're feeling a little better today anyway. And, of course, we'll look for you tomorrow on 6 meters. And don't forget about the contest weekend next weekend. I know you're getting prepared for that, whatever you can do. I think everything is about as good as it can be up at your place there. Let me see if I can get Redding in here. I'm pretty much aimed at Redding, so let's see if the boys up there are copying me. Stand by, John. Stand by, John. I haven't heard Bill yet, KO6KD. He's missing, which is rare, but maybe he'll wake up. Maybe he's taking a little nap or something there. So let me go to Redding. Redding, KD6 Sugar Whiskey up there in Redding, Charlie November 80, and KO6HS, Kilo Oscar 6 Hot Syrup, K6MYC, KD6SW. How about it, Rich? Yeah, very, very, very weak. But I might be able to squeeze out a little bit more, but we'll just make a call and see if I can copy anything from Jerry here. Let's see, where am I pointed? What does this say, Judy?
333.
Okay, well, I'm going right at you, right at the right number for Reading, so I don't think I can get any more out of it, but let's see what happens here. KO6HS, 230. How about it, Jerry? Are you there? Okay, nothing heard from Jerry. Sometimes he doesn't come in on Sunday nights. He's got family dinners and stuff. So I don't know if it's going to get any better, Rich. Let me shoot it back up to you. See what you've got in the forecast for rain. We've got no rain here. We're scheduled for zero rain. No rain for about 10 more days. We're really dying here. KD6 Sugar Whiskey Reading, K6MYC.
Okay, KD6SW. Well, it looks like we've got a whole week's worth of sunny weather coming up here, so it's kind of nice for a change. I would like to get rid of the darn wind, though. It's been windy every doggone day. I wish we could get rid of that. So anyway, yeah, good weather up this way. KD6 topping wet.
Okay, let's see if I get Jerry now. Your signals come up quite a bit there. KO6KD. I'm sorry, KO6HS, KO6 Hotel Sugar. And we'll take KO6KD as well if you're in there, Bill. K6MYC. Anybody there?
Yeah, I'm here, Mike. I'll stand by, though.
Roger. Okay. Let's see, Jerry, one more call. KO6 Hot Syrup, K6MYC. Over. No. Jerry doesn't appear to be there. So you pick it up, Bill. I'm sorry I missed you this morning. I was there. I got on and we were on 20 meters for a while, and then we went over to 40, but apparently nobody was listening because I didn't hear anybody on 40 when I went over to 40, probably closer to 9 o'clock, about 9 o'clock before we got over to 40. But if you were listening on 20, you would have heard me say that. I did get heard by a VE6 who was copying on 20, and he gave me a signal report and a little chatter on 40 meters. I'll be on 40 in the morning, and so will Bill. Bob should be there in the morning, so maybe we'll have a back to a normal routine on 40 meters in the morning tomorrow, Bill. KO6 KD, K6MYC.
And golf. Mike, yeah, I was there for a while, and didn't hear anything. It was, I don't think it was 9 o'clock. It might have been close to 9 o'clock, and I decided to bug out and go do something else. So I'm sorry I missed you, but we'll look for you tomorrow.
Alrighty. Did you hear any? Were you copying Billy and Rolf over there?
I did pop up earlier on, and I did hear them quite well. Very nice signal, but again, you know the situation, and so he's perfectly content not having me around. So I will not go where I'm not wanted. But I did hear them very nicely. Over.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know. Billy's gone kind of off the rails as far as I'm concerned. I'm very frustrated with his attitude toward the U.S. He has no confidence that we can make this thing work, and I'm sure we can. I have good confidence in our new administration if we can just get it in and get it functioning. A lot of things are happening regardless of who's the president. A lot of things are happening in the world that relate to the new president, not the old one. But the old one's still making fuss. And, of course, fires in L.A. and no exception. He's made provisions for the full 170, 180 billion to be paid by the federal government, you and me, for the mistakes of the leadership there in California and in Los Angeles. I'm so happy about that, Bill. Over.
Oh, I hadn't heard that. Oh, well, gee, you'll have to excuse me now. I need to go outside and stand out front and throw some confetti in the air and shout. Did you copy that?
No, I didn't. I copied it. It was loud, but I didn't understand your words. You got kind of garbled with the multipath. Try it again.
I was being sarcastic, and what I said was, oh my gosh, after hearing the news about what Biden did, I was going to have to be excused while I step out front and throw some confetti into the air and shout and cheer. Over.
I hear ya. Yeah, okay. I know that ain't going to happen for any number of reasons.
That might help.
Yeah, Judy said it might help, though. I thought you were going to throw some other things in the air from your stomach. Over.
Oh no, no, I was just being sarcastic. But anyway, well let me make it official here, and then I'll let you move on. This is KO6KD number 776. Checking in, saying good evening to you, Judy, and the rest of the Bozo Net. And I hadn't heard that about Biden. Well, anyway, okay, very good. As long as you guys had a nice chat, I went ahead and changed it back over to 40 and was listening there and doing some work on the computer. I thought maybe I might hear Phil before he went to church, but anyway, after a while I went ahead and turned it off, and I was getting sleepy, so I went back and I took a little nap.
Good, you needed it. Let's get it over to Phil. Phil, good morning, or good evening now. Good morning. We missed you this morning there, but you may not have been reading us very clearly on 20 meters. But we did go to 40. I went to 40 after we finished up on 20. We had wonderful conditions. I got a 30 over 9 in South Africa, and the guys were 20 over here. WB6GGY, K6MYC.
WB6JNP.
Our Bill off of the back of the antenna right now. He's good. He's readable off of the back of the antenna. So there you go. Good conditions, I guess. Anyway, WB6GGY. Yeah, we listened for quite a while on 2 meters, or 20 meters, excuse me, and never heard anything. So probably my fault. Anyway, very good copy here tonight, I'll tell you for darn sure. You're coming in like you're sitting in the driveway, and Bill off the back of the antenna is quite readable. So anyway, WB6GGY, Bozo 884, back to you there, Mike.
Okay. Gee, you should have heard something on 20. I'm sure you could have heard the fellows today. They were 20 over 9 here. Everybody was copying them in South Africa there. You might have been listening on the wrong frequency. We were on 203, and maybe you were monitoring on 205, but it seems like lately they've been coming up on 203. It's in between QRM. Over.
Roger, you're right on the button. That's exactly where I was 205. Okay, well, I'll learn to tune around a little bit more. Thank you for the heads up there. I'll definitely keep that in mind next time. And Judy's coming in quite nicely, by the way. She's quite copyable. Of course, with you sitting in the driveway, it's like that. WB6GGY, back to you, Mike.
And thank you for that. And say hi to Barbara for me, too, please.
I'll certainly do that. Talk to fine folks later.
Okay, very good, Phil. Yeah, we'll see you on 40 meters tomorrow. That's normal. Wednesday, let me see. Wednesday, there's nothing going on with Tuesday. Bob's working on Tuesday. He's working at home, but he's doing Zoom meetings, so he's going to be tied up anyway. I may be there Tuesday. You and I and Bill could easily be there Tuesday on 40. But Wednesday, everybody will be trying again just quickly on 20 meters, so you might look at 203 quickly at around 8:30, and then if you don't hear anything there for 5 or 6 minutes, and keep checking 40, because I'll go over to 40 with Bill if the conditions are poor on 20 meters. There you go. In the meantime, we'll catch you on this band or one of the other bands here. We'll look for you on 6 meters tomorrow night, Phil. Thanks much for checking in, and good to hear you and Bob there in the background there.
Alrighty, very good. We'll pass along our 73s, and I want to talk to you about this low vision doctor that I got an appointment with. So I'll talk to you about him in the morning. So we'll do that tomorrow morning. Low vision eye doctor. WB6GGY.
Oh, good. Where is his office?
That's the problem. He's a ways away from you. In fact, isn't almost as far as it is for me. He's in Modesto.
Well, that's not too bad, I guess. You do have to come off the hills, and I know it's not very far distance-wise, but the roads aren't freeways. Well, good luck with that. We'll look forward to the chat and how you found him tomorrow morning, Phil. 7-3 for now. WB6GGY. And there's something I've been meaning to tell you, but I can't remember what it is. It's kind of, what the hell is it? What is it? What is it? Well, maybe it's just all the stuff I already gave you. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Oh, you could probably disregard what we told you if it's not too late. I think it's too late anyway, but the Synaptic XR seems to be either a fraud or it's not as it should be. We're stumbling around. We've both taken it now for 7 days. Judy and I have no effects from it, what we can tell at all. And we started looking into it, and it turns out that we started to Google Ben Carson because I wanted to get a note back to Carson tell him that we were kind of disappointed in the product. And it turns out quite a few people have used Ben Carson fraudulently. They just use his name, and they try to sell their mental products, their brain products, based on him and his name. And this may be another one. Over.
Oh boy. Okay. Well, we've been trying it, and as of yet, no benefit. So, yeah. Okay. Well, thank you for the info.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to hurt you any. It just doesn't seem to do any good. You could probably continue for 5 to 7 days. If you don't see any effect, I would just discontinue it and just write it off as a bad mistake.
Yeah, we bought, I think, 7 bottles or 6 bottles of it. So that explains why they were having a special on it.
I guess so, yeah. We're going to continue to try and get some information back to Ben Carson about it. I hear somebody. I hear you, Dane. Hang on a second. We tried a lot of different avenues. We Googled Ben Carson, Synaptic. A bunch of other drugs come up, and supposedly that he's endorsed also. And that he won't endorse. Well, he won't endorse some of them, but they come up and claim that he endorsed them. It's just a mess. Apparently, they're just using his name, and he isn't aggressively going against them. He's not making any lawsuits. So it's unfortunate, but this kind of stuff will continue until somebody gets their butt stuffed up. Over.
I agree. It's too bad. Sorry to hear it. Barbara's got a lot of respect for him. So, anyway, WB6GGY. Okay, we'll catch you in the morning for sure.
All right, we'll talk more about it in the morning, Phil. Thanks much. 7-3, and over to you, Dane. WB6JNP, and then we'll take a standby for others. Standby, guys, K6MYC. Go ahead, Dane.
Okay, Mike, K6MYC, WB6JNP. Nothing new to report from Core School, just, normal type stuff. And what you were saying about Carson and that, one of the big problems that's going on, and it's not just him, it's so many people, is with the advent of AI and all that, they can synthesize or duplicate so many different things that, it's really hard to keep up on it. So I've got to the point where unless I've talked to the person physically, one-on-one, I don't trust anything.
Yeah, we're kind of getting to that point also. This one just came to us in a very benign and honest way from her daughter-in-law. Her daughter, Judy's daughter, sent this information to us in the best light. She thought it was legitimate too. Yeah, huh?
Along with other information.
Yeah, along with other information about him. Yeah. But anyway, it looked good, but it turns out, I think what we're seeing overall, Dane, is there's a huge industry in old people's brains, and we all have foggy days, we all have loss of memory, we all have, I came down the hallway and I went into the bedroom to get something, and now I forgot what I went to the bedroom to get. I got to go back in the other room, and then I'll remember, and then I can go back into the bedroom and get what I came down for the first time. We're all suffering this, and they're playing on this, and they've got old people buying these drugs. We found 3 or 4 different ones that we listened to the routines on, and the wording is almost the same from one to the next, even though they're totally different products. Over.
Yeah, and one of the things I sort of look at, because of the whole family background in medicine and where they worked and everything else and what they do, you know, I tend to be real cautious about stuff, but certain key phrases to avoid like the plague. My favorite is Big Pharma. Anytime you hear the phrase Big Pharma, you know it's fake.
Oh, yeah, and of course they're not talking about well, I guess they did mention Big Pharma in a negative way, because they said, well, Big Pharma's doing this, but we have good products, and we have really, really tight quality control on our products, and blah, blah, blah. And, of course, the infomercial starts out giving you information about the drugs you shouldn't use that are quite common. You know, aspartame was one of them. Fake sugars, any of the fake sugars, they claim they're not good for your brain. And they went through a whole list of things. And what was good for it, ginkgo biloba, that's probably good for you. But they listed some things that are good for you, but whether they got them in their product or not is a question mark. So we wrote down some stuff, and we're just going to keep tracking it for a while and see if we can put 2 and 2 together and finally maybe end up with something that's really good. At this point, we don't know. Primogen seems to have a pretty good standing, and I do take Primogen, and I'm not hurting by it, but I'm assuming I'm hanging in there pretty well. I can remember my name and your call. Over.
Yeah, there you go. I have a hard time. You know, you were saying that you go in the other room to get something, forget what it is. I'll go in the other room to get something, have it in my hand, and forget what it was. But anyway, yeah, and one of the ones goes back years ago. I think it was ginkgo biloba was supposedly this miracle stuff, and then they come up with super ginkgo biloba, and then they found out that it actually did nothing for you, and so somebody come up with this thing, super ginkgo biloba. It does nothing faster.
Yeah, you got Judy cracking up here, doing good. She's rolling over on her side here, laughing so hard. Thank you for that, Dane. Over.
Not a problem. And hello, Judy. I'm glad, we can give you a little entertainment over the airwaves. At least we're not singing, which, by the way, is technically illegal. But anyway, have a good one, and I will catch you later. I've got to go finish dinner. K6MYC and the group, WB6JNP 107 in Course Gold.
Well, have a good dinner, and thanks for all the information. I'm impressed.
Well, like I said, when your wife worked in medical research at UCLA and you have a son-in-law who is an associate professor in pharmacology and all sorts of other stuff with a double PhD, they may not always be right, but at least they're a good source.
Okay. Sounds good. Right. What?
Now you're going to be my good source.
Not a problem. Like I always tell people, it's best to check things out and talk to other people that you trust, and if it sounds too good to be true, it's probably false. And if it, if it works, they'll let you know.
Yep. Well, some of the things we take we felt pretty good about, but other things are questionable. But I try to buy from some good quality products. Good quality people. I buy quite a few of my supplements from Purity products, and I think they're pretty straight, but who knows. Anyway, thank you for the inputs, and we'll keep you in mind for anything else that we have to ask about here. 7-3 for now, Dane, and go get your dinner, and we'll see if there's anybody else in the Sacramento direction, and then we'll go to Nevada. K6MYC, Bozo Net. Anybody else, Sacramento, other check-ins, please, over.
7-11, in and out, K6MI.
Okay, got you, John. 7 and 11, and 7 in and 11 out.
I like that.
Okay. Thank you for checking in, John. See you later. Okay, anybody else up north? Sacramento wise, K6MYC, 8KJ6 Queen Lima. No luck there. KW6T. Okay, pretty quiet. Okay, going to Nevada then.
N6RO.
N6RO, we'll come back your way for a minute. N6RO, we did call you, but we didn't hear you. How are you feeling?
Oh, pretty good. I was just watching TV too long and forgot about the radio. Anyway, N6RO, Bozo 835. Dinner was, what was it? Well, it was good. And the temperature range was 46 to 62. And I only spent 20 minutes on the contest this weekend because one of my operators was remoting using the main station. So we're still hanging in there with the cold or the infection. I'm not sure what it is, but it's still lingering on. But I'm a bit better today. K6MYC and 6RO.
Okay, who was the other one there? I'm sorry, I heard you underneath the Ken, but I didn't get the call sign or the Bozo number. Go ahead.
I just saw my call out there, KE6QR. Go ahead.
KE6QR. Good evening, Gary. We went right by you. I called you. Called the Bay Area several times and got almost nobody out of the Bay Area. Give Judy your Bozo number, would you, Gary?
177, and go back to Ken first.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you, Gary.
Thank you, Gary. 177, we have you. And, okay, Ken, well, hopefully you sound like you're no worse than you were, and hopefully you're getting a little better. Hopefully that'll go away. We need some warmer days, although your nights are not cold like ours. We're down in the mid-30s, so we're 10 degrees colder than you are. In fact, it's probably close to that outside right now. It was really nippy walking out here at 7:30 this evening. We're in the barn, of course. So anyway, missed you, but we got you now. I figured you'd be around somewhere. I'm glad you did show up. I always get nervous when your regulars like yourself don't make it, particularly when you're our age anyway. That makes it doubly shaky, Ken, over.
Yeah, I understand. Well, I didn't really expect that you'd get to my direction until about 8:30, so I'm actually early.
Well, we don't have any check-ins today. We got 2 or 3 out of the Bay Area. We got about 5 out of the San Joaquin Valley. So we're about 15 or 20 short already just getting to this point, over.
Yeah, okay. It must be football, the playoffs going on, and also the tennis tournament in Australia. Anyway, we'll see you tomorrow on whatever the bands are, N6RO.
Okay, well, we'll see you on 222. I know you're working again, at least temporarily. And we may have a new check-in. K6USY got his transverter. He'll be operating his 2 whole loops stacked. That gets out pretty well with 50 watts, so you might be able to make that contact with Aaron down here in Fresno. He's excited about getting the transverter, and I think it's all working. Again, Aaron, are you home yet? morning was coming back home from Ken's place. The other Ken, K6 WA60YB, they had a little issue. Apparently, he overdrove the transverter inadvertently and blew up a couple of parts, but I guess they fixed it. It's supposedly working at this point, and Aaron's on his way back home, so I can't, we won't know until we hear him tomorrow night, I guess. Hi. 7-3 Ken, N6 Radio Oscar, K6MYC. Good night.
Yeah, okay.
K6USY.
22. We have a coax problem, but I don't know if we'll get it fixed before the contest or not, but I have 3 other bands. N6RO.
Okay, I don't know if you'll hear him or not, but K6USY is in here. So tell us what's the story on the transverter, Aaron, over.
Well, it seems to be alive, and yeah, I'm a little ticked off with ICOM. The way they handle the power output between being above 30 megahertz and below 30 megahertz, they're not linked. And when you're trying to work a repeater with a split that takes the output above 30 meg and the input below 30 meg, and then you think you got the radio set to 1 watt, and you go to key up, and it switches to the other VFO and puts out full power on FM. So that's that's what happened there. So now I'm going to use 27 meg as an IF instead of 28, so that way the entire 220 band is below 30 meg, and I don't have to deal with 2 different power levels.
Oh, very good. Good idea. All right. Well, I'm glad you have it fixed, and hopefully we'll hear you in good shape tomorrow night. Did you catch any of that, Ken?
Yeah, sure did. It turns out our transverter is supposedly working okay, but there's some fault in a connector somewhere out in the coax. And my chief engineer and antenna expert is having a problem. His wife is having some issues, but we'll see what happens.
So you may not be there tomorrow night, right?
Oh, I do not have 222 at all now.
Okay. Well, we'll look for you on 222. That'll be disappointing, but maybe I'm sure you'll get that fixed over the week. Hopefully before next weekend. That'll be important to get that sorted out. I am gonna do the same thing. I threaten not to do this every year because 220 is so weak on the contest weekend, but 7:30 on Saturday, I'll be on. 7:30 in the evening, I'll start 222. Go for a half hour or so until we run out of people, and then we'll go over to 432, and then probably quarter to 9 or so we'll shift to 1296. We'll do it as we have been, and then of course Sunday night we will not have a 2-meter net as we've done before. 7-3 Ken, K6MYC.
Yeah, I'll be there for the 7:30 thing. Whether I have 222 or not, I'll still work at 432 and 10 watts on 1296. And I can't do 6 meters until Sunday because the NAQP sideband, we're doing a multi, and that takes up most of the stations and hogs the heliox that shares 10 and 6 with a remote switch. Anyway, we'll be in there for sometime this Saturday, N6RO.
Okay, very good. Well, we'll look for you Saturday, and of course we'll catch you on the other bands in between then. Thanks much, and give us an update as late as Thursday if you do get 222 fixed. 7-3.
K6USY.
Go ahead, Aaron. I think we've got you checked in. Well, go ahead.
Yeah, well, I was just going to check in Ken. I'm over at his place right now. I got the net started at my place, and then I'm over here. So go ahead and check in 226. He's over there fussing with my transverter. K6USY.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll put 226 down. I thought you were a little stronger than normal, but that's okay. Very good. Thank you, and good evening to Ken in the background there.
Yeah, we just call him the radio doctor.
Yeah, I hear you. All righty. I was starting to go towards Nevada, but I didn't make it. So let me continue in the Nevada direction here. I'm all the way down at 300 again here. So let me go up to Nevada. Coming up here pretty quickly. Right about there. And we'll look for KD6BQ. Kilo Delta 6 Bravo Queen. How about you, Richard? K6MYC.
Yeah, good evening, Mike. K6MYC, KD6BQ, number 249 in Nevada, over.
We got you there in Nevada. And Aaron, you might look at my transceiver. Everybody seems to be a little high-pitched. Am I on the right frequency here, Aaron? Oh, you can't do that. You're on he's at home. Well, I'm locked up here, and it says 144.240.000, and I got GPS lock on. So you're just a little high in frequency, as Ken was as well. Just maybe 20, 30 cycles, but it's not normal to hear you that way. Anyway, good evening, and I don't know whether Larry's going to be in here or not, but we'll check and see. We also heard Dennis did work K7SUN, and I think he'll try to be in here this week as well tonight. So we'll keep our ears to the ground for that. I don't know about Daniel. I haven't heard from Daniel. Nobody's been able to reach him. The phone's not answering, and you were the last one to try and call him. So give me an update on what, if anything, you know about Daniel. KD6BQ in the group, K6MYC.
Yeah, K6MYC, KD6BQ. And as far as Daniel's concerned, still no answer on the telephone. It rings, but nobody answers, no message machine. So I'm not sure what the story is there, Mike. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's too bad. Again, it may be all benign. It may be just he's on a couple of weeks vacation somewhere. He may have told us that he was going to do that, but it just didn't register. Hopefully he'll be back for the contest coming up this weekend. I know he didn't want to miss that. Anyway, let's see if Larry's there. N7 Whiskey Tango. How about you, Larry? N7WT, K6MYC. Nothing heard from Larry. K7SUN. Let me move the antenna as far as I can, Stan. I don't think I can move any further, so I don't know if it's going to be quite on you. N7 K7SUN, K6MYC. Okay, K7 Sierra Uniform November, Fallon, Nevada, Fallon, Nevada. K7SUN, K6MYC, over. Okay, Richard, well, it looks like we're in trouble with Fallon, Nevada there. Nothing heard from Larry, nothing heard from, I didn't try Daniel, but he would have checked in. KE7UQL, are you there, Daniel?
KE72 is here, KE7UQL.
Oh, well, for heaven's sake, surprise. Are you back from someplace? Let me see. Let me get the antenna a little more your direction. Give us a little chatter and tell us why you've been missing for so long here, over.
Okay, I've been globetrotting a little bit, on 10 meters, been on 20 meters, and just kind of working those bands with parts on the air, over.
Okay, a little rough copy. I heard you say you've been working something, but I didn't get that. Could you give us a repeat, Daniel? I got better copy now, I think, over.
Sure, I can say it again. I've been globetrotting. I've been on 10 meters. I've been on 20 meters. I've been working stations on parks on the air. I'm missing one state for Workdall States, and been trying to get that one. Okay, over.
Okay, so you've just been on other bands and working parks on the air. That's why we haven't heard you. Okay, understand. Well, we were worried. And you're 272, and we were worried because you're not answering your phone. I don't know. You don't have an answering scheme. Richard has been calling you, but maybe he doesn't have the correct number. Daniel, over.
Okay, well, after we say sign on here, we can try to call me again. We'll see if my phone is working.
Okay, did you hear that, Richard? Richard, KD6BQ.
Roger. I copy Daniel 20 over here at my location, over.
Okay, he said call his phone again and see if it's working. He can't figure any reason why he wouldn't have heard it, over. You might have to get Daniel to give you a recap of his phone number, over.
Roger, I'll call the number I have. If it doesn't work, I'll ask Daniel at that is the correct number, over.
All right, you guys carry on. I'm going to leave you go. We're going to go back to the Bay Area. We didn't get any check-ins to speak of from the Bay Area, so we're going to go back there and then give it one last go and then call it a night. We'll see you tomorrow night on 6 meters, Richard and Daniel, 73s. Happy New Year, Daniel. Happy New Year. What? Okay. K6MYC clear with KD6BQ and KE7UQL and going toward Los Angeles, the Bay Area.
Okay, Mike, thanks. Happy New Year to you and yours, and we'll be contesting this weekend. Over.
Okay, good. Well, we're going to do the same thing on Saturday night that we always do. 7:30, 2:22, 8 o'clock or so, 4:32, and then about 8:45 we'll go to 1296. But I know you don't have those up, right?
I only have one at this time, but we'll do our best for Saturday, over.
Roger, understand. Thank you, Daniel. Thanks for your support there. Good night.
Good night. KD7UQL73.
Bye. Okay, now I'm going back, Rob, to the Bay Area here.
Okay, Mike. Hey, I just realized that I'm going to be in L.A. next weekend, so I'm going to miss the contest, over.
Oh, for heaven's sakes. Okay. That's too bad.
Yeah, I didn't know about this here a month or so ago. I didn't think about it when I accepted going down there, over.
Yeah, understand.
Yeah, so maybe I'll catch you.
A lot of people talking at once here. Who was that?
Go ahead, Mike. KB6WSC.
KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie. Give us your Bozo number there, Mike.
Roger. Number is 775. Over.
Got your 775. Very good. Thank you. And we haven't heard Vlad, K6BBP, and we have not heard KF6QCH Jimmy. Have you heard them on, over?
I just got on moments ago, so no, I have not heard them. But you know how it goes. Maybe they're watching all the playoff football games or something.
Oh, you wouldn't be watching a football game, would you?
Well, they're over now. They should be on the air.
Okay. No problem. I wonder why it was so quiet tonight. All right, good to hear you. Let's see. KF6QCH. Jimmy, are you in here?
Another Jimmy, WB6JNN.
Okay, I hear WB6JNN. Give Judy your number, Jim.
285.
You got 285, and that's good. Thank you. How was your weekend, over?
Oh, so far so good. Still vertical, still on the right side of the grass. And I actually have some grass.
Okay. It's always nice to be on the right side of the green side, if anything. The green side of the grass. That's where you want to be. Not the dark brown side. Okay. Good to hear you, Jim. It's been very quiet in your area. We called earlier. We heard only Oliver and KLY, Russ. Nobody else. So been very quiet over that way. So we're missing WA6AXX, K6, KG6QGF, no, that's not right. KF6QG. Well, for God's sake, I forgot Jimmy's call. It's a tough one for me. And of course, W6PQL. Jim, are you here? Jim must have company and be out or something again this evening. Or I don't think he's that big a football fan, so it wouldn't be football, but it might be something else.
No, I'm here. I just it took me a second to get to the microphone.
Oh, okay. There you are. And give Judy your number.
Oh, she knows the number, Mike. Nothing new to report here. Just been exceptionally cold. How about there?
Yeah, it's cold here, too. In fact, we're getting wound down here, just about ready to head back to the house and sit in front of the fire for a few minutes. It's nippy here. We've been in the mid-30s every night here, over.
Yeah, I think this morning when I looked at the thermometer, it was something like 33, so it's been kind of nippy here, too. Yeah, and I'm golfing tomorrow, and it's supposed to be a little bit cooler. But by the time I get out there, it'll be noon. Maybe it'll be in the 40s.
Oh, great. You hit the ball at 40, it's liable to shatter.
Well, we're going to find out.
226 is back.
NYC W6PQL.
Okay, go ahead. Ken wants to say hi to you. Go ahead, Ken.
Oh, I just got back. I don't know who you're talking to.
Oh, Jim, PQL.
Oh, I'm not pointing. I'm up at Reno.
Oh, we're done with the Reno, Carson City, Gardnerville guys. We did get Daniel in tonight, and we did get Richard, so we got 2 out of 4. Okay. Ken's been working on the transverter. K6USY has got his transverter in for 222 and promptly blew it up due to a mistake by ICOM on their split mode stuff with FM and stuff. Anyway, put too much power into it by accident. Had it set for 1 watt, but when you go split frequency with the thing, it goes back to the 100-watt level, and the transverter doesn't like 100 watts, over. There, Jim?
I'm back. I got off frequency, WA60IB. W6PQL, you copying me tonight?
I don't know where Jim went.
I'm here, Ken. Again, I was across the room when you hollered. Couldn't hear you at first, but I guess you had to move the antenna. How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good for a kid. just had a emergency repair job so I could get him ready for the contest next weekend. So he's on the way home now. He's happy.
Oh, okay. A kid? You mean you got an animal or something, or a child?
A child, yes, yeah. K6USY, Aaron. As Mike was saying, he blew his 220 transverter, brand new transverter. So anyway, I pieced it back together.
Oh, okay. Probably did. Just didn't understand how to interface it, huh?
Well, his radio, there's a deflugally. Anyway, he ended up putting 100-watt FM into the thing by accident, so the front end of that thing doesn't like that.
Yeah, understand. Okay, well, thanks for taking care of that. Hope to hear him on.
Yeah, well, I also converted it to 27 meg instead of 28 for the IF, so he won't do that again. The way he's got the radio programmed. So, yeah. Anyway, he'll be back on. He'll be on tomorrow night probably, and of course he wanted it for the contest next weekend.
How did you do the conversion, Ken?
I just reprogrammed the synthesizer.
Oh, okay. So it has a programmable synthesizer, and they didn't know it had that. That's wonderful. So one crystal can do a lot of work done, huh? What's the base crystal frequency?
I don't know. It wasn't germane to what I was doing, so just looked at the chart, and when you wanted that IF, you sorted these jumpers out, and you got it.
Oh, cool. I guess mine could be changed if I ever wanted to do it. I have a 2-meter IF. That's a lot safer. And I know why he wanted to stay with 10-meter IF. Anyway.
For his convenience for his whole setup there for portable and all that stuff. Jim, it's good to hear you. It's been a while. WA60IB.
Okay, Ken. Yeah, good to hear you again, too. I hear you from time to time, mostly on the live stream, usually pointed the other way, but I recognize the voice. 73.
Adios. Have a great week.
Hi, NWB6JNN.
Hello, Jim. W6JNN, W60IB.
About a 7 here.
You better make a little longer transmission, Jim. You're a little light for him, probably. Go ahead, Jim. WB6JNN with WA60IB and the Bozo Net, K6MYC.
Yeah, you are several less units stronger than him for sure. He's been up higher, but he's down in the S5 region, which means I'm probably near his noise level. Okay, anyway, I just thought I'd jump in and say hello. WB6JNN.
Fine. You may not have the amp on, huh, Ken?
I've got the amp on, but boy, he's really light tonight. He faded right out on me.
Okay, well, just you must have a different skip condition. Jim's been very solid with me here. Not bodacious, not strong, but very steady. No fading whatsoever. So you faded out on him, Jim. That's what's happening. It's up and down. All right, guys. 73s, let's take a standby. If there's anybody else in the Bay Area, please come now. Otherwise, we're going to close the door on you. K6MYC Bozo Net, beaming the Bay Area.
Whiskey Bravo 6, Whiskey November, India 1090, and I have news for you, Mike.
Okay, 1090, and there's somebody else underneath you, Gary. The other station, please just stand by a second. We'll pick you right up. WB6 WNI 1090. Go ahead, Gary.
Oh, very fine, Mike. I won't hold it in case the other person's in a hurry. I looked up the building, and you know just how coincidences are. When you were at Applebee's, you were 1 block from that building. It's gone. I regret to tell you it was torn to the ground because the city hated it, but it was the Wolf Manor on Clovis Avenue. That's what I was referring to, and that's the news for this evening, Mike. K6MYC WB6WNI.
Okay. Now, I'm not quite clear. The Applebee's we were at was 1 block from what building, and why was it torn down?
It was the sanitarium. It was called Wolf Manor. It was a sanitarium, and then they turned it into a haunted house, and it was featured on TV. That's how I knew about Clovis. They featured that haunted house on TV. It was torn down, though, because, of course, as soon as you put a haunted house on TV, everybody and their dog wanted to break in. So it was amateur radio. Nobody be there. No, but the haunted house, yes, everybody and their dog had to break in, so they tore it down. But that was only a block from where you were, and now it's a vacant block. So nothing to see but dirt. Anyway, Mike, that's it, and we'll probably talk with you on Wednesday. K6MYC WB6WNI.
Okay, got it, Gary. We got it. Judy caught one word that I didn't get. You said vacant lot, and I was going to make it into a beacon block, you know, for beacon storage or something. Vacant lot. Got it. All right, well, that's too bad we missed it. I guess I didn't even know about it. So apparently I won't get a chance to see it. But thanks for that. Good evening to you, Gary. Good to hear you. And, of course, we'll look for you tomorrow night on 6 meters if you can make it, or 222, which I know you won't be able to make it. But Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we'll look for you. And, of course, I'll be on the weekend coming during the contest. I'll be on 222 at 7:30. 8 o'clock, we'll go to 432, give or take. And then about quarter to 9, we'll go to 1296 on the contest weekend on Saturday evening. 7-3, Gary. Who was the other caller that was standing by underneath Gary? Please go ahead. Oh, boy. Anybody hear anybody?
I heard him before, but I don't hear him now.
What was this call? What was the number, Jim?
Well, I couldn't get his call because he was underneath WNI.
Yeah, what was his Bozo number? What was his Bozo number, over?
I couldn't tell. He was underneath WNI, so I couldn't get any. I just heard him in there.
Okay, let me see if it isn't Jimmy. Who was the other breaker, please? Try it again. We are very weak, and we got some fading on the band this evening. QRZ Bozo Net, K6MYC, beaming the Bay Area. Go ahead. Go ahead. Boy, I'm just not hearing them. All right, well, we'll just have to give it away for tonight. Let me see. Alpha Foxtrot 6 United. Where am I pointed here?
269.
Okay, Alpha Foxtrot 6 United, AF6U. Are you in there by chance, Lee, K6MYC? Okay, no Lee tonight. Okay, I guess we're done, guys. Come back into the Bay Area a little bit more. One more call for the Bay Area. Late checks are missed. K6MYC, Bozo Net. No, I never did get who was underneath Gary there, darn it. Well, that's the breaks. It wasn't WA6AXX, it wasn't KT2G, and it wasn't, who else was missing here this evening? Now I've forgotten. Anyway, 7-3 all, and Rob, do you want to try and go down and see if Eddie might be there?
Yeah, sure. I'm pointed down there right now. KE6BK, Eddie, you on tonight for the 2-meter Bozo Net? KE6BK, this KM6SR with K6MYC, standing by. KE6BK.
WB6JNN.
Or KB6RQU. Rick, you on late check-in, over?
Hang on, let me get JNN in here. Jim, go ahead. I may have to peek on you. And again, I moved the antenna. WB6JNN. Go ahead, Jim.
Yeah, sorry about that. I only was at 25 watts from transfer here. Anyway, no, the one I saw, heard was 1168, I believe. 1168.
Okay, I don't know who that is off the top of my head. So such a new call, a new number. I'm just trying to think who. Judy's going to look that up real quick, like, isn't it? Maybe I've been correct.
I don't have it.
You don't have a 1168? Okay. Maybe they're on your new list there, Rob.
Okay, I'll check.
Wrong as well.
Must be from LA. It doesn't ring a bell. KE6VRK or something. Yeah, Culver City, so that wouldn't be us.
It is KE6VRK. He's in Culver City down there in LA.
That wouldn't have been the right number, so we must have missed it. Maybe it's 1158 or something. Jim, you want to try him again, Jim? See if you can get him to come in?
Well, he was just in there, and I could not...
1158 North Hollywood.
What his number was. Station calling. Can you repeat your number several times? Repeat your number several times. I'll try to pull you out. WB6JNN. Yeah, he's not hearing me.
Yeah, I'm not hearing him either. One more time, there was a station that called in and gave your Bozo number, but we missed it. So please try again. Please give us a couple more calls. We got quite a few ears listening for you now. K6MYC and the Bozo Net all listening for the last check-in. Over. No, he just gave up. And nothing from RQU. You want to try KB6RQU again, Rob?
Yeah, I did when I was down there and didn't hear anything from either one. Over.
Yeah, I didn't get anything either. We never heard QUI either in Atascadero. So he's been a little bit more flaky than usual, but that may be the football game. All right, I guess we're done here. Judy's going to give you a count in just a second.
Okay, I couldn't hear quite everything that Dennis was giving us. After 849, can you give me a couple of those numbers, over?
Yes, we can.
Two 849 132 check.
Okay, go ahead.
233 1063 264 1101 756 756.
Okay. Now, you had one there that you said 264 or something was after 1063. That should be 1064. That's Olga.
Yeah, that's right. You got 1163 and 1164 there.
1063 and 1064.
Yeah, 1063, 1064.
Oh,
It's
both
not,
of them.
yeah, it's not 264, 1064. Is that right? We got 37, Rob.
Okay, let me count here. After 849, did it go right to 132, or was there a 1001 in there?
32.
132 was after 849. That's, yeah, 132.
Okay, yeah, I must have misheard there. All right, let me count. Okay, I counted 36. How many did you get?
And we got 37, but we might have had a dupe somewhere here. I don't think so, because nobody double-checked.
Yeah, I was kind of in between here and over there at the old-time radio thing, too, and you're going fast tonight, so I couldn't quite keep up. Did we get 637 in here tonight?
No, 637 did not check in.
Okay, yeah, I didn't get him either. I thought maybe that's one I could have missed.
Well, let me just go through the Sacramento boys. Is that when you were looking Old Town Radio?
I think it might have been there, about there. Over.
Okay, we did get 756, Darren. 759, John. We did get 145 up there in Reading. And we did get 776, Bill, and I think, and 884, Phil.
Yeah, I've got all those. Yeah, I didn't get on quick enough. I was actually hearing Rich from Reading. I was going to try to get in contact with him, but Bill was talking and you were talking.
Oh, you must have been hearing him better than I was. Boy, he was pretty thin. He was Q4 at best. That's interesting. Okay. Let's see. We did get M6RO. You got him.
Yeah, he came in kind of late. Got him.
Do you want me to do the first 5 or 10 that we had here?
Well, maybe that would help, but I thought it was listing okay there, but maybe not. I don't know.
Okay, she's double-checked her count again. Don't see any dupes or anything or skipped lines. Started out with 971, Dave, then 982, Darren, and the third one was... Who was the third one? At the top of the list.
1079 and 1100.
Yeah, and then after them?
432, 704, 111, 900, 610. Check.
Roger.
Okay, I don't think you missed anybody. We did not get AF6 United. We did not get Lee. We did get Russ K6KLY 111.
Yep, I got Russ down and Oliver and then Tom.
That's it. Well, let's let it go. We might have one more, but it probably is maybe just a skipped line or something. Don't worry about it for now. Let's give it away. Look at your list in the morning.
Okay. Did Jimmy ever come in, KF6 QCH?
Oh, I never did heard Jimmy, never heard Vlad, K6VVP.
Okay, yep, I don't have them either.
But 775 was here just at the end, over.
Yeah, I got Mike, got him.
Oh, I know who you're missing, I bet. 177, 177. Gary popped in, but very light.
No, I got him. He was after Ken, N6RO.
Yeah, he was right in there with Ken, yep.
Well, you'll just have to see what it is and let me know. I guess I can correct my list.
Yeah, well, it might be something. I could. Why don't you just read Dennis's again, starting with 160. Start with 160 and read them 3 at a time.
Would that help you? Dennis's numbers, 3 at a time?
Did you get 86?
Yep, got 86. And then 160, 782, 849, 132, 233, 1063, 1064, and 1101.
She's got 264 in here, and that's what the problem is. We don't have a 264. That's when she misheard Dennis, and he gave her 1064 and 1063, but when he said 1064, it sounded like 264.
Okay, that's where it is there. All right, good, we got it. We do have a 264, but he's a DMO4.
Yeah, he wouldn't be somebody that we were getting here tonight. Okay. Not bad. 37 was still pretty good considering so many people missing tonight. No LA at all.
Yep, 36. And I did hear John talking, but I didn't try for him.
KR6MR, John?
No, the KG6 USS.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he was light here, but I didn't stay down that way very long. All right, we're done. Got 36. Thank you much, Rob, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Roger. Thanks for all the help there. And good night, Judy and Mike, K6MYC, KM6SR, 73.
And good night to Aaron if you're home now, Aaron. It sounds like Aaron's not quite home yet. Okay, 7-3, Ken. Thanks for helping Aaron out there. WA60YB probably gone into the house, get dinner, K6MYC.
No, I'm still here. Yeah, I ate dinner in between the 2 nets, so. Yep, glad we could get him going. The main thing, I had all the parts that he needed. That was the good part, because some of them, he had a bunch of caps were blowing up, and of course the 50 ohm load was bad too. It melted and was up to about 75 ohms. So anyway, good thing I had everything he needed.
Yeah, that was very lucky on the capacitors and the load. Was a hard termination type load?
Yeah, just a 50 ohm catic, for the impedance matching for the front end of that thing.
Okay. Judy said good night to you and Rob.
Good night, you and Rob.
Okay. Good night, you guys. Got some more things I'm going to fiddle with out here in the shack before I go in. WA60IB. Bye-bye.
And good night, Judy. And good night, Ken. WA60IB, KM6SR, 73.
Righto. See you, Rob.